Hello everyone, I am G. Jashwant from Lendi Institute of Engineering and Technology, pursuing my second year ECEA. Today I am going to interview Mr. Uday Kumar, who is Senior Lead VLSI Design Engineer in Qualcomm India. Hello sir.
Hey, hi Jashwant.
Okay, my first question is what motivated to you become an VLSI engineer and why did you take it as your career?
Okay, when I did my BTech, right, like during my BTech time, like I used to, what I can say, learn different subjects. Like sometimes we used to learn in uh, mathematics, sometimes we used to learn some physics, chemistry, and then people used to say like whoever is like working for, whoever is like studying electronics and communication, right? Like our core, what I can say, subject is electronics. But in general, like during BTech time, we will be covering the computer science part and everything. But what I used to feel like being an electronic and like computer science engineer, right? Sorry, electronics engineer, right? I would like to, what I can say, understand that like I would like to explore the different options for the VL. I mean to say like with respect to electronics. When it comes to electronics, it can be VLSI or it can be DSP, it can be embedded. We have multiple options for that as well. But more or less, I was like more interested towards the nano electronics and all. So once after my what I can say EC, I never tried for software related jobs as well. I focused towards the VLSA thing and like I started like exploring how I can learn more things and all. Then I came to know there is an option for the what I can say masters in technology and like that MTech I did in VLSA. From there it's like from there I understand like VLSA is my what I can say destination.
Okay, how do you stay up to date with the VLSI technology?
Sorry, your question got it's not clear. Can you just repeat it?
How do you stay up to date with VLSI technology?
Okay, it's like once you start working in industry, right? See, during your early phase, you might be thinking like there might be number of things and all. So once you start being in industry, so you will be like knowing things. Like let us say if you are buying some mobile nowadays, like even like a lot of the other, even like you guys, like whoever is like just graduate or like just whoever is graduating, right? They know like which technology it is there with Qualcomm, which technology it is there with MediaTek, like what Intel is doing inside. It's kind of now more generic than like what we are like doing in depth, right? So to be specific or to be generic, so whatever you know with respect to technology going outside is kind of generic, and like once you start working you will know what is the exact insight or what is the exact things we are doing in depth.
Okay, and what do you do and take initiative about multitasking?
Multitasking means like see, even now you are doing multitasking for my understanding. Let's say if you are having at BTech stage or like whatever it is, you guys are like learning like multiple subjects, right? And you are like doing your lab work, you are doing your class work, you are learning multiple things, you are playing your I mean to say you are spending some time in your physical activities and everything. Similarly, when we are like doing for the on like in real time when we are working, right? So being a lead, I have what I can say, it's my responsibility to look after multiple things in my team. At the same time, I will be assigned with some work, okay? And I need to manage the work. I need to be technically sure what's happening in the real time, and I need to explain my colleagues and all like what all things they need to do and all. So it's kind of things will come with multitasking. I would like to simply say right from our BTech or right from our what I can say study early days of our education and all, right, we are used to that. And like it's only thing is like you need to have a more understanding towards the subject, then everything like even like managing and what I can say technical things, everything will come into the same picture.
Okay, what are the biggest challenges you face?
Okay, biggest see one thing this is specific to the electronics domain or like this is specific to the VLSI. Okay, nowadays the competition outside is very tough. So I might be working for Qualcomm or you might be working for any company, right? So there are like n number of challenges which are coming. Like you need to compete with the outside tech outside. You need to be in depth of competition with the outside people as well. Okay, so whatever technology you are working that will be a tech what I can say cutting edge technology. At the same time, the deliverables and everything on time is very important nowadays. Okay, because like once you have some what I can say, I started some project. Okay, then like it's kind of if I'm getting delayed by some 6 months, what it will happen? There is some other XYZ company which will come with that better processor or better technology, and they might come to the market before me, and my demand will be reducing. So what I need to make sure like we should be on time on what we are doing, and the quality what we are doing should be good. Otherwise, like we cannot what I can say show like we are good, we are having a better performance when compared to the others.
Okay, what are the skills a person required to become an VLSI engineer?
See, it's not only VLSA engineer or whatever it is. You need to have proper analytic skills, problem solving skills, and then decision making skills. Okay, these three are very important. Okay, why I mean to say is like analytic skills like that will help you to understand any kind of problem that might or might not be related to your VLSA or your electronic subject, but anywhere for in any aspect that will help you. At the same time, like problem solving is like key thing which will make you feel like or which will help you to do things better and like faster. Okay, and the last thing is like decision making. You need to understand or you need to be sure if you are trying to do something which can impact multiple things. It will be always a chain reaction. Okay, if you are taking one decision that can impact multiple things, okay, you should be sure 100% sure on what you are doing always,
What
and
are
you should
the
be smart enough.
what are the opportunities available for an ECE student who completed his graduation?
Yeah, question. In the current scenario, right, what I can see, there were multiple options. See, if people are coming from a better colleges, right, like IITs, NITs, and all these companies, okay, you will straight away will have like a number of what I can say corporate companies will come to your colleges, and they will try for your what I can say. They will ask for different interviews and all. They will recruit you guys. But if you are coming from a not so premium college, if let us say if you are doing good in terms of studies, but your college is not that great in terms of level, right? Then you might need to take some training which are needed for being a VLS engineer, and then like based on that knowledge and this understanding and your skill set, you can definitely get an option, but it will be not that smoother as the one who is coming from IIT or NIT.
Okay, what skills are industries expecting nowadays from students?
The same thing, like I explained, right? Like okay, any industry, right? First and foremost thing is like communication skills. Okay, you should be clear. Like let us say you might be very good with respect to technology, or you might be very good with respect to your technical skills and all these things, but you should be able to communicate those things properly and clearly. Okay, that's the first and foremost thing. And the next thing is like you should be having proper analytical skills and like problem solving skills, like I explained before. And the third thing, you should have the proper technical knowledge as well, right? Let us say if you are trying to what I can say, if you want to come to VLSA, then you should be knowing like the basics of BJT, basics of CMOS, okay, basics of network analysis, and then some digital logic design basics, okay, some programming basics. These things should be there. You need to know what all prerequisites that are needed for a VLSA engineer. Along with this, you should be having proper communication skills, problem solving skills, and then technical knowledge as well.
What are the basic programming languages a student should learn?
Okay, programming languages means like if you are talking specifically to the VLSA industry, VLSA industry don't expect too much programming language and all. I explained, right? Verilog is see C and C++ is the basic thing. Okay, any language, right? That is like more or less interlinked with the C and C++. Okay, most of the things. Being a VLS engineer, right? You might need some help. You might need some understanding for Verilog, and you might need some understanding for system Verilog, or you might need some understanding for Tickle, Perl. There are multiple things, okay? Depending on like whether you are choosing front end or back end, things can change. Depending on that, we need to have proper understanding.
So, what would you conclude a final conclusion and give the message to the new upcoming engineers?
Okay. Being a VLSA engineer or like being in the field of electronics, right? What I would like to say is like you can always explore. Like, see, if people are like be what I can say doing their graduation or post graduation in electronics, right? I always recommend them to try a different option. Don't be a software engineer simply, or don't be like what I can say. If you are studying something, try to be in the same domain. At least try to achieve something in that domain. It can be what I can say VLSI engineer or like embedded engineer or like what I can say digital signal processing engineer, whatever it is. But like just make sure like you are well prepared with everything, and like you are just giving your best to achieve what you are thinking. And like please be clear about your goals and all. Okay, just keep your some what I can say short term goals, keep some long term goals. Okay, and like be prepared. There should be a proper planning and preparation before coming to the industry. These all things, right? These all things in background will help you to achieve the best what you can do.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your nice conclusion and your great information about VLSI engineering.
Yeah, thank you, Jashwant. It's been good. Like you have asked like few good questions, and like I hope you guys will do very good. And like I wish you all the best for your future.
Thanks.